about the new technological innovations that excite you?
Absolutely. I think artificial intelligence is on everyone's lips and minds. We're seeing massive movements not only in our industry but also in the applications and digital platforms that we're creating for the insurance industry, which are going to automate at a rapid rate some of the more time-consuming and customer frustration points in not only claims but underwriting, pre-inspection, as well as using image and speech recognition and being able to take text and put it into databases. Those are probably the three most exciting parts for us. We can take a voice call, we can have it within a database within seconds, and our quality assurance side of things can be transformed completely. From an insurance point of view, the use of AI can take out so many pain points for consumers. The pre-population of claims forms, we're doing it already, but on a much more minuscule scale than where we could be with AI at full steam. We are currently playing with some machine learning around our existing platforms, but our new platforms, which will launch next year around assistant services particularly, will take speech and stress points and be able to allocate specific resources within our business to better serve. So if we know it's a person who's under a high stress environment, a medic would be the first person to answer it because there's a potential that there is an injury. And we start using machine learning to use logic. Ultimately, if we can put the right phone call into the right place quicker, we can take more phone calls. Our operational expenses could potentially come down and our clients get better service, and hence the brokers, insurers and UMAs who use us benefit from a better customer reaction. In the environment of the insurer and the broker, definitely seeing AI to take the pain out of having to repeat information, out of dealing with small claims. It should be a straight-through claims processing system, and we've built out those systems in partnership with some global players to be able to bring that AI and that automation and machine learning to multiple layers of the insurance ecosystem at a fraction of the cost of them having to go do it themselves. We can obviously aggregate it across our 200 clients and bring it to the end broker, UMA or insurer at a much smaller cost of acquisition and use. So economies of scale, a big part of automation and AI is to be able to bring those costs down and to be able to build out all of those platforms as quickly and as efficiently as possible. And the constant development of it, that's going to be the next generation of places that people need to get to as quickly as possible. The pace of which this insurance industry is changing is mind-boggling, but the pace of which people have to react is still so much slower than it should be. So it's probably the most exciting time to be in insurance. I used to stand around my family events, and when people asked what industry I was in, I'd cough and go and get a beer. Nowadays, quite proud to say that we are part of the insurance industry and have multiple insurtech businesses which are supplying our wealth of clients from some of the biggest insurers in the world down to some of the smallest brokers in Harrismith. And we get to give them all the same level of technology experience at pricing that allows for brokers to still be able to keep up with the big players. And that's probably, our business has been built on relationships. We've been around for 18 years. Most of the people that were at my wedding, my wife had never met. So relationships are still the biggest part for us. And we've had clients for most of those 18 years, which for us is a big source of pride. And if the intermediary space is under threat, we want to be there to help them. And that's how we've built our business, and we're going to continue to do that.
And what are the main factors that will transform your industry? You mentioned a few earlier about aggregating content, making things a little bit more personalized. What else?
The Ubification of things is a no-brainer. Amazon coming into the insurance market potentially, Google looked at it. The speed to market and the speed to actually purchase is what is going to be one of the biggest transformations. And in our industry, where we look after the insurers and brokers' clients, it's got to be exactly the same thing. They need to be able to get hold of us with a click of a button, not a phone call. We've been doing that, thankfully, for the last 5 years. We've learned a lot about reverse location, geolocating of devices. We can get our questions set down now from a 7-minute call to a 3-minute call, but we need to go down to a minute or less. The pre-population of information from our underlying insurance platform systems is a big part of that, and data is going to be a big part of transforming our industry. If I hit a panic button off my cell phone, there's no way that within the next 6 months we shouldn't, within a split second, know Ronald's address, cars, all the cars on cover, as well as any other information that we can get from other data points. We partnered with the likes of TransUnion, and we're going to see that we don't have to ask as many questions except, are you okay, and how else can we help you? Are your kids all right? And show the empathy that the insurance market is going to need to put at the forefront of their businesses. We have to put it at the forefront of ours.